Peter, the man who denied his Lord, now so fearlessly declares, "We cannot but speak those things which we have seen and heard." Peter had told all those people that Jesus of Nazareth had made the man able to walk. Many of those people remembered Jesus of Nazareth. Likely some had seen him die on the cross. While Peter preached to the people, the priests and rulers in the temple listened to him. They did not like what Peter was saying. Those rulers had hated Jesus when he lived on earth. They killed him on the cross. One thing was certain, Peter could not preach if he were in jail. So while he was still talking to the people, the rulers came through the crowd and grabbed him and John. Perhaps they hoped such a big group of important men would scare Peter and John and make them stop telling everyone about Jesus of Nazareth. Peter was not afraid of that group of men. He answered boldly, "Are you asking about the good deed done to the helpless man? We want you to know that he was made to walk by the power of Jesus Christ, whom you crucified." How about number 4? Write the sum of the angle measurement for EFGH. What'd you get?
360 degrees.
360.
Parallelogram?
Yep. Number 6?
And all parallel sides.
So it has 2 pairs of parallel sides. All right, so 1 millennium is how many years?
1,000.
1 gallon is how many quarts?
4 quarts.
1 century is how many years?
100.
A decade?
10.
Good. Parker and I are sitting out here enjoying a lovely day on the homestead. It is about 60 degrees and you know, you guys know, I always say this, I go between spring and fall. They're my most favorite months. Even though there's wonderful things about summer and wonderful things about winter, I feel like spring and fall are kind of those transition seasons when you're kind of over one season and you're ready for the next one. And this time of year, I love the sunshine. I'm a California girl. I was born and raised in California and Arizona. And so I do love me some sunshine on my skin. So this time of year here in Alaska is absolutely beautiful. We're heading into the summer months. Everything is now officially melted where we live. The frogs are croaking, the birds are flying and chirping, and it's just wonderful. Whenever we sit outside on days like this, I can't help but kind of reminisce back to Virginia when we were living in the apartment temporarily, and it was so loud in the apartment. Car horns, ambulances, people blasting their music, doors slamming, just all of the noise. And here it's so peaceful and so quiet, other than the chickens laying their eggs. But you know, all of that was like man-made noise. And here, I just feel like it's God-made noise, and I love it. I love all the sounds. So anyway, beautiful day here on the homestead. We are going to be working on putting up the fencing around the garden beds and getting the electric fencing put up. We kind of left you guys off last time. We got the beds built, got the soil all amended and put together, and so now we need to get the fencing up so we can go pick up the plants from my friend who has a big, beautiful greenhouse. And, you know, it's important that we get the fence up because we have moose and we do free range our chickens, and we don't want our chickens in the garden boxes. So that's the plan for today, but it is a beautiful day to work in the garden area. Go check on Joe. He's been working a lot the last few days on clearing brush. You know, we've been so busy building up the homestead since we moved here. We haven't really got to focus on the landscaping of it. And there's a lot of overgrown trees in the sheep pasture. Phoebe actually got stuck on one the other day, twisted her wool all up, and was literally held down to the ground. And thankfully we were home and we came out to check on the sheep and found her. We were able to cut her loose, but I think if we were in town that day, she may have actually choked herself to death. That's how tight it was. So it's really concerning. So we're working on pulling up a lot of these roots and vines and things that we trip on all the time and the sheep tend to get tangled on. And Phoebe did get her little haircut. She did really good. She is super tiny. I think she's probably only a year old. Just a very small udder, extremely small. I milked her this morning for the first time, and it's just super tiny, but you know, she's great. She's got a lot of life left on her, so I'm super excited about that. But she did get herself a little haircut, and all the sheep are now sheared for the next year, so I'm really happy about that. You know, after we process all of those meat birds, you know, I think the first time I did meat birds, I was probably in my mid-30s, I think it was, and wow, things have changed. I am going to be 42 here in just a couple days, you guys. I can't believe it, but I'll tell you what, I can feel it. It's amazing how your body changes. You know, we spent probably a good 6 hours standing at that sink in the front yard processing all those birds the other day with Lexi and James, and the next day, that night even, I could feel it. I felt it in my back and my knees, and I'm sure all the years in the military, like I used to be a runner, I ran all the time, and I think that running is really hard on your back and your knees. I didn't realize it then, but I realize it now. But nonetheless, we are so excited. We got the freezer stocked with all that chicken, and we won't have to worry about that for another year, and it's on to the next task.
It's hot, even though it's not really hot.
Yeah. It looks really good though.
Yeah, I want to clear this whole thing to make it look decent, kind of landscapey.
Joe actually did a lot of work. I'll show you guys really quick what he was working on all day yesterday. I was doing school with Parker, and I came out and I was like, wow, he cleared a lot of brush. You guys probably won't remember from previous videos. I know it's hard to tell in the video. And it's nice and open for the sheep too. They have like a lot more space to roam around and graze, and the idea is that if we can clear out some of the shrubs and a lot of the dead spruce and trees that we have in here, it'll allow the sunshine to hit the pasture more, and then we can put down some, you know, barley and grass seeds and things like that for the sheep. Right now, if you put anything down, it's not going to grow because there's really no sunlight. There is now. You can see the sunlight hitting the ground now that Joe's cleared a lot of it out. We do have plans to make them another pasture on the other side of the cabin over by Parker's treehouse. I would like to have a couple pastures so that we can do rotational grazing for them. Everything's blooming. Such an exciting time of the year. Gonna let Sarah out to run around. She's getting big, y'all. I can't even pick her up anymore. I mean, she's just getting big. Big and healthy. Come on. There's pretty amazing. When the lambs are born in the spring, they can actually be bred in the fall. They go into heat. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Phoebe, because she just seems very young and very tiny, small compared to the other ewes that I have. So my guess is she was probably born last spring, got pregnant in the fall, and then lambed this spring with Enoch. So she's a first-time mama. And it always amazes me, the instincts of the animals. You know, she's so young, but she is still such a good mother to him. So we try to lock her up sometimes during the day and just come touch her, touch the baby. She's a little skittish, so we're just getting her used to, you know, the family. We don't want any skittish sheep on the farm. What is that? Is that little udder? It's a cute little udder. Yes, it is. She gave us some milk today, about a cup of milk. That's a good mama. Yes, you are. So let me pull some of those big old patches off of you, huh? Yeah. Hello, sweet girl. Hello. Thank you for that delicious milk this morning. Thank you for sharing your milk. I have to get Joe in here with the shear and fix these things all over you. That's a good mama. Yes, that's a good mama. You're all right. You're all right. You got those big eyes. You're scared. You don't need to be scared. You hungry? as you guys know, we are bottle feeding Sarah, and she's about, let's see, a month and a week old. Hard to believe. They're growing so fast, but we will be bottle feeding her, probably weaning her between 12 and 14 weeks. So it's pretty simple once they get it down as far as, you know, how to suck on the nipple, the bottle, and I basically just come out and feed her 3 times a day. She's doing great, and all the lambs are eating a little bit of hay, and they're also eating a little bit of grain. So being that she has those other things to supplement her diet, I did space out her feedings 3 times a day. So she gets a bottle first thing in the morning when I come and milk the ewes, and then she gets an afternoon bottle and then a bottle before bed. Some of you asked if we can milk the sheep up in the milk stand. How come we can't just put Sarah under there to drink from Esther's udder? And you know, we could do that, but it's just easier for me to just make the bottle and bring it out here 3 times a day, because Esther is kind of skittish. She's one of our skittish ewes, and that would entail us having to come into the pasture 3 times a day, chase her down and catch her, get her into the milk stand, all of that just so Sarah could drink from her. And it's just easier to feed Sarah the bottle 3 times a day. So Sarah is taken care of. She's super healthy, as you guys saw, and she's doing great.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day, and I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. I can see the sun staring at you when you make that smile. I'm moving closer to you now. I can't get close enough somehow. And I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day, and I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly.
Well, the tractor is actually not getting these T-posts into the ground. We tried. We did the 2 corner posts over here, and it got those in just fine this morning. But these ones, this ground that the cabin is built on is super rocky and really, really hard. So for whatever reason, we can't get it in with the tractor. So Joe's going old school. You said 2 more inches?
3.
You can do it, babe.
3 more.
I like to see you like this, Joe. Ooh, sun went behind a cloud.
It's a little cloud though.
Wow. Allie, that's a whole nother level. What are you doing? About an inch too short.
Huh?
About an inch too short. It's like 54 now.
Good job.
You just got a little excited with your tractor, Joe. And then 4 inches in the box. Ish. Oh, that's hard. You're making you're going though.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey, darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Let's get out, we can leave this city,
Thanks.
let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Yeah, we only get one life, I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
Isn't it funny how our plans always change? I think to when we first bought this cabin, and I sat down with you guys several times and talked about our vision for the property, the layout of the homestead, and you know, things evolve and they change. And now that we've done all the work to put this temporary garden space up by the cabin, I'm telling Joe, like, I think we should just leave it here. Now we have it all fenced in. We're gonna do a little gate, put an electric fence around it to keep everything out. I think it's really cute. I love the way it looks right next to the cabin. And when we go and do the greenhouse down here, And when I say down here, for those that might not have seen those videos, we're going to be putting the greenhouse right below the, let me just show you, right below the solar panel is where we're going to put it. This is it's south facing, so this gets the most sunlight. I mean, on a sunny day, it gets sunlight all day long. The sun comes up over these trees, goes up over the sky, down on the other side of the trees over there. So the garden, the greenhouse will get sun all day long, which is why we put the solar panels here. So we're going to be putting the greenhouse right over here, kind of below the solar panels. And I think what we might do, instead of moving the raised beds over there and having just one garden space, I think we're going to leave the raised beds right where they're at. I really think they're pretty, and I think once we have plants growing in there, it's going to look aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to love sitting on my rocking chair in the morning on the porch looking over the beautiful garden. And then I think what we can do down here is the greenhouse that we're going to build. We are going to be doing a wood built greenhouse like we did in Virginia. We've shared a couple of those builds with you guys. We did a really big one at our 18-acre farm, and then we did a smaller version of that at our 1-acre homestead. So we're going to be doing the same build here with the corrugated plastic from Lowe's. We really like that siding. It's very durable. It'll withstand the snow load really well. And you know, this is going to be our forever homestead unless something crazy happens, right? We're going to be here forever. So I want it to be a permanent structure, something that we don't have to worry about snow collapsing it, because you guys know we get 6-7 feet of snow out here in the wintertime. So the greenhouse is going to go here, and then I think what we'll do is just some rows for the bigger types of veggies like cabbage, broccoli, potato rows, and things like that. I think down here is a really big space. We still have a lot of trees to clear, but now that we've got the tractor, we can really flatten that land, bring in dirt, level it out, put the greenhouse down here, and then do some really big rows. So next year, hopefully we'll have even a bigger garden. For now, I think I like the little raised bed garden space up by the cabin. And it's easy for harvesting, right? If I need lettuce for dinner, I can just come right out the front door of the cabin, right to the little garden space. I like it.
before too.
Yeah. Good. All right, Midnight.
Oh, we only did one side, huh?
Yeah, they're beautiful, huh?
So they can still jump up on the rafters?
Oh, yeah.
If not,
Ooh.
then I guess they'll-
It's like trying to fight me. Well, this morning we are clipping our chickens' wings. Don't worry, this doesn't hurt them. It's just like clipping your fingernails. But now that we have the garden space all fenced in, we need to make sure that the chickens stay out of there. And believe it or not, even with an electric fence, some of them learn to fly right over it into the garden. And I don't want to put all this work into the garden just to have chickens annihilate it. Chickens can be very destructive to a garden during growing season, right? So we have clipped their wings. You can clip just one side. That's all it takes to keep them from being able to fly up, you know, at heights like that. But we clip both sides just because I'm a little OCD like that. I need things to match. So we've always clipped both wings on the chickens, and they'll eventually grow back and we'll just clip them again. So now that they're all clipped, we shouldn't have to worry about that.
Oh, we can use a sifter, huh?
Yeah?
Blow the rocks out of it.
Or you just put them in there.
And then the fencing. Oh, that might be alright right there. Hot out here now.
Put your finger in there. You'll put it in just up to like the dark spot. And put these in there. And then we'll cover them like that. And then 3 to 4 inches apart. So probably the size of like your middle finger. You'll put another one in like right here.
Look at this little teeny tiny one.
Yeah. That's a really small one, huh?
Yeah.
You making sure they go down deep enough? The brown part, the whole brown part needs to be under. Yeah. Like the only thing that should be sticking out, babe, is the green part.
So, do you think I buried that one a little too much?
No.
I need some onions.
Okay. This is the end of the white ones, so we'll just keep going with the red. And then after this, we're gonna do carrot seeds and lettuce seeds.
Oh, I remember we'd always go out in the Badtown house. We just pick the carrots out.
Uh-huh.
That was awesome. Just push it down again. Clean it.
What I do is I just very gently trickle the seeds down the trench. And then after they sprout, after they germinate, I come through with scissors and I just thin them out. Does that make sense? Because ain't nobody got time to count out all those carrot seeds. You know what I'm saying?
Look at all of them.
Yeah. You see how Mama's doing it? Just make sure they're in the trench, okay? And then when we're done, we're going to very carefully just lightly cover the carrot seeds with soil. They don't need a ton of dirt on top of them. Do you like gardening? What's your favorite part about gardening?
Picking the plants.
Picking the plants, your harvest.
Yay.
Do you remember that huge celery harvest we had in Virginia?
Oh, yeah.
Remember all those celeries you helped me get?
Yeah.
That was awesome, huh?
Yeah. Grabbing some more seeds.
Okay. I just kind of go like this.
Kind of like you're knitting.
Like you're making a taco. And then just give it a light little pat. Because we're going to come back through and water these. But we just don't want them to be buried too deep. They just barely need to be under the soil. So about 6 inches apart. So you got to think spinach are little bushels, almost like a, if you think of like a bushel of lettuce that grows, right? So it needs a spot about the size of my hand. So like one would be here. Look at Mama. One would be here. One would be here. Make sense? So when they come up, they need to not be too close to the side, just so they can have space on both.
Dry. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet sing along, and I can't help but feeling just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
Hey, babe. You're a little sweaty. How's it going? Babe, I can still see you. We can still see you. Oh my goodness. What a little weirdo. Nothing to see here. I'll just hold your fence, Joe. Be right here holding your fence. Are we good?
No.
It's still not out of you?
What are you doing, Bull? I was ready. Move, go. Go.
Ready?
Go. Move. I didn't want to get in.
Babe, your shovel kissed my shovel.
No,
Did you see that?
it doesn't hit it.
No. Your shovel kissed my shovel.
Hit it. Here, kiss my ash.
Did you really just say that? You need to grow up. Are you 5? Huh?
Kiss my ash.
Okay. Stuck your ash in my mouth.
Who needs to grow up?
You do it to me, Joe. I'm totally normal until I get around you.
Totally normal.
Yes, by my standards, I'm totally normal. What's your standard for normal? Huh?
Pick up your ash and let's go.
Idiot. One more tucker and then we're good. Good enough? Joe!